Ankurji, please go ahead.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome. Namaste, my name is Ankur, and I'm a yoga teacher based in Mysore. So today we'll be doing a short pranayama session, and then if you have any questions, I'll be taking them towards the end. We'll be starting with a very basic breathing technique called as Nabhi Shwas, and then we'll learn a few more techniques. So before we begin, I would like you to keep the spine straight and close your eyes. And just observe your natural breath. For now, do not make any effort in your breathing. Avoid any unnecessary movements in the body. Just become aware of the ecosystem. Observe the different sounds which are around you. Don't react or respond to any sound or movement. Just become aware of your surroundings. Gradually tuning the awareness towards your breathing. And see how your breath is. Is it deep? Is it shallow? Is it fast? Is it slow? Observe your breath as it is. Now become aware of your thoughts. Just acknowledge them, do not question them. Once again, bring your awareness towards your breath. Consciously relaxing the jaws, forehead, and back of the head. Gently dropping the chin down. With few blinks, open your eyes and look towards the floor. And then gradually lift your chin up and look forward. Namaste once again, and welcome to this session. What we just did was a grounding practice to set our intentions for the practice of pranayama. It is very important that we become aware of the surroundings and we are not reacting or responding to it. We are being very mindful of the ecosystem. And then we take this practice further to observe the breath, to observe the thoughts, and to go deeper into the practice. In today's session, we'll be working on different techniques. I'll be talking about thoracic breathing, abdominal breathing, which is also known as Nabi Shwas. Then we'll be moving towards pranayama technique called as Ujjayi, which is a technique which increases heat in the body, also leads you towards meditation. Then we'll be talking about Kapalbhati, again one of the kriya and pranayama technique. And then later we'll be learning, if we have time, we'll be learning uh, either Brahmari or Shitli Pranayam. We'll see how much time we have. So thoracic or navel breathing, anyone can do it. There are no such limitations for these kind of pranayam. This is a very grounding practice, brings balance in the body, brings balance in the mind and thoughts. It sets the tone for the day. So it is very important that if we do it early in the morning, we feel we are grounded, the thoughts, we are not reacting or responding to it. And then as we do this practice, people who have high blood pressure, people who have anxiety issues, all these issues gently goes off. Okay, so we'll start with this and then I'll explain the next technique. For this, again, keep the spine straight and close your eyes. Right now, focus on the natural breath. Do not make any effort. Try to keep your eyes closed, jaws and forehead relaxed. Become mindful of your breathing now. And bring all the awareness towards your nostrils, the inner walls of your nostrils. As you draw the breath in, try to feel your breath in the inner walls of your nostrils. As if you have turned your gaze inwards and you're looking towards the breath, you're looking towards the inner walls of your nostrils. So when you inhale, feel a cooling sensation in the inner walls. When you exhale, feel the warmth of the breath. Try to sense this change in temperature with inhale and exhale. From your nostrils, as if you are traveling deeper inside in your nasal passage, take your awareness towards the back of your throat. And try to feel the breath touching the back of your throat. Remember, do not make any effort in your breathing. The breath is effortless for now. From your throat, visualize your breath. Imagine that the breath is going towards the lung and it touches the base of the lungs first. From there, it expands throughout the lungs. Try to visualize that the breath is touching the base of the lungs first, and then it expands the lungs. Now, as you breathe in, make effort in your inhalation. As you inhale, feel that your rib cage is expanding in 3 dimensions, from the front, from sides, and from behind. Make the inhalations deeper and try to expand your rib cage to the maximum. Exhalation is passive. Inhalation is expanding the lungs and the ribs. Only focus on the chest. Usually we only think about expanding the chest from the front. Observe your upper back and just observe how the skin of your upper back is stretching, how the rib cage is expanding from behind. Now, imagine that as you inhale, the breath penetrates the lungs and it goes deeper into your lower abdomen. And just like your chest, just like the lungs, now the breath goes down to the base and then it expands your belly. So from the chest, we are moving towards abdomen now. As we inhale, we make effort. We use the abdominal muscles to push the belly out. If you find it difficult to connect with abdominal breathing, you can place your right hand on your abdomen and try to expand it. With every inhale, push your belly out. Exhalation is effortless. If your mind is wandering again and again, bring it back to your breath. Try to expand your belly like a balloon. One last time. Try to expand your abdomen to the maximum. Exhale and relax it. Keep your hand on the thigh. Observe your natural breath. Focus on your nostrils once again. And just observe. Observe the breathing pattern. See if you can find any changes. Drop your chin down. Remember, we don't have to rush in opening the eyes. With few blinks, open the eyes and look towards the floor. Don't rush. Take your time. And then gently look up towards the screen. So this was Nabi Shwas, abdominal breathing. And before that, we did thoracic breathing. It's a grounding practice. You can do this any time of the day. It's hard to do it just after the meals. But otherwise, any time of the day you can do it. People who find it difficult to sleep, it's difficult for them to sleep, they can do it just before going to bed. If you're feeling anxious, if you're feeling stressed, you can do this technique. It really calms you down. Now, the next technique is called as Ujjayi breathing. Ujjayi breathing, it's a form of breathing where we constrict the glottis here, the throat. So we do this with a visualization. People who have throat irritation or who feel dryness in the throat, they might find it difficult to do it. Otherwise, there are no restrictions to it. This particular technique, it creates heat in the body. It stimulates your metabolism. It's an active practice. Also, when we do asana practice, we do this particular kind of breathing to further increase the heat in the body. How to do it? In this, you just have to imagine that there's a hole here in your throat. With this visualization, you try to draw the breath in from this hole. Of course, we are breathing from the nose, but we are just imagining that there's a hole here and we are breathing in and out through this hole. When we do this, when we imagine this, we constrict the glottis, the windpipe, we constrict it. And because of that tension which we create, a sound comes when we breathe in and breathe out. The hissing sound which comes, or the sound can be like, you can relate this sound to ocean waves, is a similar kind of sound. When we are doing this, we only focus on the sound. We don't think about, oh, do I have to expand my abdomen or my chest, how my breath should be. You only focus on this sound and keep your awareness on this sound when you're inhaling and exhaling. In case if you feel a lot of dryness, coughing sensation, relax your throat for a while. If you feel comfortable, restart the practice. All right, let's do it together. Keep your spine straight and rest your palms on your thighs. Keeping the eyes closed, observe your breath. Right now, just focus on natural breathing. Do not make any effort. Bring all your awareness towards your throat. Imagine there is a hole in your throat. Try to visualize it. And now, Start drawing your breath through that hole, breathing in and out through that hole in the throat. Try to keep your inhale and exhale equal. Only focus on the sound which is coming from the throat. A mild contraction in the throat, in the glottis, creating the sound. If your mind wanders, again and again bring it back to the sound of your breath. Do not rush in this practice. Do not create tension in your forehead and the jaws. One last time, breathing in through the hole, focusing on the sound, breathing out. Once you have finished, relax your throat. If you experience any dryness, itching sensation in your throat, swallow the saliva. Focus on the natural breath. Throat is relaxed. Breath is natural. Gently dropping the chin down. With few gentle blinks, open eyes and look towards the floor. Take your time, do not rush. And if you feel comfortable, slowly look up. Nice. So we did Ujjayi Pranayam. Now the next pranayam or kriya which we are going to do is called as Kapalbhati. Kapalbhati is a kriya of active exhalation. Active exhalation in the abdomen. So the movement happens in the abdomen, not in the chest. And when we do this kriya, we try to avoid movement in the body. So a lot of people do it very fast and they move the body a lot. So we will avoid doing that. We will only keep the movement in the abdomen. Okay. So if you can see me from the side, if you see my abdomen, when I'm exhaling, I will be trying to pull the belly in and up. As if I'm trying to draw the navel in and I'm taking it up. Taking it up towards the chest from inside. First, the navel is drawing towards the spine, and then it goes up. Now, when you do this, avoid moving the chest. Avoid any kind of movement in the chest. So this should not happen. Movement is in chest should not happen. You have to be very mindful. Also, when you're doing Kapalbhati, the strokes will be like this. So the sound is coming from the nose. The sound is not coming from the throat. You have to be mindful. So try to listen to the next sound, which will come from the throat. This we have to avoid. This should not happen. Okay, only focus on the nose. The sound should come from the nose, and the activity happens in the abdomen, not in the chest. Okay, a lot of people do this kriya very fast. We have to avoid it. Just like the way you drive your vehicle in first gear, and then you move towards second gear, third gear. In a similar fashion, as we start this practice, we start slow, becoming aware of the physical aspect of it, how the abdomen is moving. Am I constricting my throat? Okay. Am I creating a lot of stress in my jaws and forehead? So try to be mindful about all these things. Do it slow and try to feel your abdomen. When we do this kriya, when we do this active movement of the abdomen, it massages the organs of your belly. It gives this massage to the belly. If you have incorrect way of breathing, it tunes your breath. It tunes your breath. It relaxes the tension which is there because of incorrect way of sitting, incorrect postures. Sometimes because of stress and trauma, we have shallow breathing. It helps to release those tensions as well and gives you a freedom, a sense of freedom. When you finish this practice, you feel free. You feel that the breath is going deeper. When we do shallow breathing, there's always some residual carbon dioxide which stays in the system. With this kriya, we expel that carbon dioxide out so that fresh intake and large intake of oxygen can happen. People with high blood pressure or any heart condition, recent surgeries should avoid these strokes. They can do it very slow. Women during menstruation should avoid this. Pregnant women should avoid this. Okay. When you have fever, when you're not feeling well, we must not do these kind of kriyas. Okay. The first one which we did, Nabhi Shwas, you can do it when you're not feeling well. But this particular kriya, you should not do it when you're not feeling well. This kriya is best when you do it early in the morning, empty stomach. Okay. If you have this habit of drinking a lot of water, you must have a gap when you feel that there is lightness, that your bladder is empty, your bowels are empty, then you should be doing this kriya. So we'll be doing this. Today we'll just do 2 rounds of it. We'll do 20 strokes plus 20 strokes. In between, we'll take a gap. Okay. You can change your legs position if you have to. Keep your spine straight. Rest your palms on your thighs. Close your eyes. Try to keep the spine straight, but don't create any tension in the lower back. Observe the natural breath. And slowly taking the awareness towards your abdomen. Now become mindful of your exhalation. Remember, the exhalations are active. Inhalation will be passive. Before you start, first visualize that with every stroke, you have to draw your navel in and up. Keep this visualization strong. We'll be starting it with very slow practice. Do not rush. Let's begin active exhalations. And stop. Keep your eyes closed. Stop the practice. Relax your abdomen. Observe the natural breath. Observe your breathing pattern. Now moving towards the second round. Keep your spine straight. Keep the face relaxed. We will slightly increase the speed. If you don't feel comfortable, you can choose the speed of first round. If you are comfortable, slightly increase the speed. And let's begin. And stop. Relax your abdomen. Observe your breath, the natural breath. You might experience that the breath has slowed down. Try to observe the sensations around your abdomen. Observe the breathing pattern. Take one deep inhale and exhale. With your eyes closed, rub your palms and generate some heat. Place your palms on your eyes. Do not press your eyeballs too hard. Feel the heat. Keep your forehead relaxed. Massage your face with a moderate pressure. And keeping your eyes in front of your closed eyes, open your palms, and with few blinks, open eyes and look into your palms. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Because we don't have much time, that's why we are finishing the practice here. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Any questions you can ask.
Namaste, everyone. Namaste, Ankur. Good morning. I'm so sorry for being so late to this session today. I was having some internet problems, but here I am. I did sit through some of that session, and I just hope all of our participants have made the most of it, because ideally pranayam is it's best to practice in the morning. You know, when we've just woken up, it refreshes our day, it sets the tone for the day. And yeah, for all of you who are watching, these sessions are recorded just to remind you, so you can always come back and watch this. You can watch it every morning. And as we mentioned when we promoted this session, this is just a trial class, and hopefully we'll soon be having regular pranayam sessions with Ankur. So I hope all of you guys can join us for that. Please keep an eye on our Instagram and our website, because we will be sharing those details soon. Did anybody introduce you, Ankur, before you started today?
I introduced myself. So
oh, how wonderful. So do I need to do another introduction quickly, or do people know exactly what's going on?
I think they know. It's sufficient that I told them I'm from Mysore and I'm a yoga teacher. It's sufficient.
Oh, but you've done so much more. So no. He's not just a yoga teacher. So Ankur has also done martial arts. I'm just going to quickly go through this so you know exactly who you're dealing with. So Ankur is a national karate player, and he has learned and practiced different forms of martial arts and movement, which honed his focus and control. And he's also done an MBA that gave him an opportunity to work in different industries. Yoga, however, is something you kept coming back to and has now become your path in life. So what I love is that it's something I've noticed, especially with Ankur, is I think the years of discipline that is required to practice even martial arts, how beautifully that has woven into your yoga practice and your spiritual practices, because discipline is also such an important part of yoga. You know, people who wake up at 4 or 5 every morning understand that, because it's very difficult to do. So thank you so much for this session. And yeah, we're open for questions, but I don't see any questions right now. Even if you think of questions later, please write into us. Meanwhile, Ankur, can we please share your details if any of our participants would like to get in touch with you, your email address?
Sure.
Koti, will you put this in the chat, please?
Should I put that?
Yeah, you can put it. I'll Koti ji?
Yes, Sophia ji.
Yeah, so Koti ji will share it with everyone. Ankur, you can just put it in the chat box for now.
All right. Also, I'm mentioning my WhatsApp number.
Yes, please do. There it is. Koti ji, will you please share that with all of our participants as well? His WhatsApp number as well as Ankur's Gmail. So if any of you would like, and I highly recommend to get in touch with Ankur for classes, for pranayam classes, please do so. And as I said, we're probably going to be hosting regular weekend classes with Ankur very soon on Indica Yoga. So I hope all of you sign up for that. Details for that will be shared very soon on our Instagram account and our website. Before we leave, any advice you'd like to leave us with, or a message?
Thank you so much, Sophia. I really love and to do sessions with Indica Yoga. The practice of, especially for pranayama, it requires a lot of discipline, and it has a lot of benefits as well. Since it's like a subtle form of practice, it's not very active like asana. People find it difficult and they tend to just leave the practice. So my recommendation is that you must have a discipline and keep the practice basic, but be very consistent and have a regular practice to see the difference. It might occur to you that the benefits will take some time. Sometimes it just happens. You just connect with it. Sometimes it takes some time. So a regular practice is very important. So I hope people understand this and do it rather than, going towards different techniques, new ways. It's wise to stick to basics and be consistent.
I think that's great advice. And you're right. I mean, I don't know, pranayam, asana, sometimes just sitting on the floor can be difficult for some people if your hips are too tight. Sometimes even just standing straight can be difficult. I mean, Tadasana, for example. So that's very good advice, because I think we're all expecting life to become very easy, and yoga and spiritual practices are actually among the hardest thing to do. It's the path that people accept in life. So I think that's great advice to follow. Be disciplined, have faith in your practice, and know that eventually it will bring you benefits. So thank you so much for this session, everyone. And as I said, please stay tuned into Indica Yoga, because we're going to be seeing a lot more of Ankur very soon. Thank you so much. And I hope this session helps you have a beautiful and productive day. Namaste. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.